third message going down. The loved one is coming up next because love is love is love. But this is a message to my high priestesses. This is my message to you from Spirit in relation to your healing path, to your journey. Spirit is saying that in order for you to realign with an understanding of what your purpose is here, though for some of you truly know what that is, but you might be in a period of really refining and getting really clear on what it is that makes your heart feel happy. The child within is where you need to explore, okay? And this doesn't mean that, a lot of people when they hear, go back to your child and childhood wounds and stuff like that, it just gets overwhelming, and then it's like, but I don't want to visit the painful parts. It's not about that. There were periods of your childhood where your true personality really came out. And I'll give you an example of my personality. So I'm currently studying my Masters of Secondary Teaching. And this teacher, purpose, personality, like this part of me has always been in me. As a child, I think it could have been as young as 5, we used to spend a lot of time at my baba's house and with my cousins. And before we actually got there, I used to literally make up notes and class sessions for my cousins, and I had about 10 of them. I used to boss them around ferociously. But we used to call it the back room. And basically I used to teach them like whatever I was teaching that day. Could have been art. I mostly was art, but it was ABCs. I was bossing the shit out of them. But I also remember, I would set the room up like a home and, set the table up when lunch was ready and bring lunch. So like I am like a master of nurturing. It's my authentic purpose to create the perfect atmosphere where you feel safe, seen, and heard, right? And this is why I have only now returned back to this purpose, and it's never been so aligned. At the start of doing this, I had such regret with, why did it take me so long? Why? But I have many years of experience being a naturopath and working with people and emotions and different age groups. I've worked with a lot of women, but I've also worked with a lot of teenagers. I have a teenager myself. I wouldn't take back anything personally and professionally that I've gone through in order to come back to this. And so the message that is really coming out is, you're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften and be in that childlike innocent state where you're just re-exploring that beautiful innocent personality of bossing and like that true authentic personality. We all have it. But as you get older and the less that you acknowledge it, it's just compounded by negative belief systems that you haven't processed, right? It's time to use your voice and expand your biggest vision and use my example of what is your passion? What is your wild love? What opens your heart? How do you let love in? Where do you feel seen, heard, respected? Where do you feel like your authentic self? Because right now you are being so protected, and you are, Spirit is saying that your ancestors are creating boundaries around the things that you need solutions for, but are completely separate to what you're actually needing to do, which is going into that childlike state, that innocence, that thing within that wants to expand and have a place in this new timeline of your life. And you know what I'm talking about. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow, okay? Trust this process of softening, that as you explore this with childlike innocence, because it is so authentic and true, opportunities are going to start arising. So, spend some time exploring this. Who are you? Who is your authentic self? What did you do as a child that was so innocently never guided by anyone but yourself? What did you do when you were bored? What did you... I come from like there was no electronics, and I bring up my kids like that, especially Gigi, who, you know, she carries a notepad and a pen around, and it's that aspect, that childlike innocence. What did you do? Because your purpose, your authentic self, comes from this place. And it can be a bit confusing when someone says to you, well, what do you like doing? And it's found when you soften your heart. Rhodochrosite is the crystal that I pulled out for this, and I haven't done one of these crystal cards for a while. They're saying to do it again, apart from that one. So rhodochrosite is... when your heart hurts, you can feel all the feels. When the most painful, and still be gentle. Okay, so rhodochrosite is the softening of your heart, even through the big transitionings that we're all going through. So I kind of feel like this message is about not helping you look into what is hurting, but what is so valuable about you. Agate, find your solid ground. And you know what's interesting about agate? If you go onto places like eBay and type in like the geodes, is that what they're called? And this is just what triggered. You know how you can chip away and then it opens up and there's like a crystal inside? Like, this is like the childlike innocence where it relaxes your brain waves. And this is where spirit is pushing you to, yes, you've gone through a lot and there is a lot of processing happening, but the energy is of, but how about we focus it here? Sharpen your focus, fluorite. Fluorite. I've always got this near my, no, this is aventurine, sorry. Fluorite. Perpetually, Jesus, distracted. Try and say that though, perpetually distracted. Anyone with a vision, anyone with a vision worth sticking to. Wherever you find yourself constantly tempted to check your phone, sharpen your focus with fluoride. So, again, that same message. Don't look at what's going wrong and what's aligning. Look at claiming your happy place. Hiddenite. Oh my God, how wow is that? Hiddenite, and it's green. Cuddly pink cousin of kunzite. When you find yourself stuck in a place or too focused on the future, Hiddenite is down to make the most of every moment. So I hope this message resonates. I will do my love reading after this because it's strong, but sit within that childlike innocence. Chat to you later.